There aren't many rappers out there who have worldwide sales of over 220 million records. Eminem, aka Marshall Mathers, is definitely a rap juggernaut. But besides his insane global success and long list of achievements, the top-rated rapper is also known for his controversies and views. Eminem has a long history of dissing other artists in his songs, and once someone gets on his radar, he's capable of completely ruining their career. So let's talk about the real reason rappers are scared of Eminem. But before we get into that, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for notifications. Let's begin. Firstly, his incredible career accomplishments. There's no denying that Eminem has had an incredible run ever since he started performing back in 1988, which was at the beginning of his long, stellar career. And it's truly impressive how he still makes waves to this day. Critically acclaimed as one of the greatest rappers of all time, he's won a total of 15 Grammy Awards, 8 American Music Awards, 17 Billboard Music Awards, besides having 10 #1 albums on the Billboard 200, all of which consecutively debuted at #1 on the chart, making him the only artist to ever achieve this. After earning the title of the best-selling music artist in the United States of 2000s, Marshall Mathers was included on Rolling Stone's list of the 100 greatest songwriters of all time and the 100 greatest artists of all time. Not to mention the fact that he was Billboard's Artist of the Decade for the years 2000 till 2009. Somehow, the 49-year-old hip-hop star managed to take himself even further with his biggest hit, Lose Yourself, which became the first ever hip-hop song to receive the Academy Award for Best Original Song. It also won 2 Grammy Awards for Best Rap Song and Best Rap Solo Performance. The song remains incredibly popular to this day, generating 975 million streams on Spotify, and is undeniably one of the greatest hip-hop singles ever produced. But more than that, Lose Yourself allowed Eminem to become the first ever rapper to win an Oscar. Turns out he wasn't playing around when he called himself the Rap God back in 2013. In 2011, Eminem was labeled the King of Hip-Hop by Rolling Stone, and he was ranked 3rd on Billboard's list of the 10 best rappers of all time, #9 on MTV's Greatest MCs of All Time list, and #6 on the Source's list of the top 50 lyricists of all time. After more than 20 years in the rap game, the world-renowned artist also had proven that he doesn't need to promote his albums to do numbers. Even the music videos on his YouTube Vivo page have over 10 billion views, and he was named the most streamed music artist of all time by Spotify in 2014. Secondly, his win against life and performance in 8 Mile. Besides Eminem's stellar music career, the way he made his acting debut is another reason why he's often seen as intimidating. Yes, we're talking about a jaw-dropping performance in the 2002 musical drama film 8 Mile, which became one of the best movies released that year. Apart from the head-nodding anthem Lose Yourself that's front and center in the movie, Eminem's award-worthy acting is the next most prominent aspect. Yes, he plays a fictionalized version of himself, and yes, he's retelling his own life story about a working-class Detroit boy who proves himself as a fierce rapper. But for an actor to portray himself so well is an underrated skill, and when you watch the movie, it's almost impossible to ignore how talented of an artist Eminem can be when he allows himself to become vulnerable. Thanks to his winning screen presence and his raw magic, 8 Mile went on to gross over $253 million in total, so it was both a box office as well as a critical success. That said, it wasn't just his inspiring life story and acting that made the film a massive hit. Fans can't ever forget the incredible rap battles that show up during the movie. From the parking lot to Rabbit's final takedown, each of the songs introduced has more lyrical genius and quick thinking than last. 8 Mile may be Eminem's praiseworthy Hollywood debut, but the rapper has appeared in several other movies, such as The Wash, Funny People, and most recently the 2014 film The Interview, clearly showing that he's a man of many talents. His legacy and influence. Based on what other world-famous rappers have said about Eminem in the past, his legacy is something that just can't be denied. For starters, there's a long list of top-flight rappers that he has introduced, including Kendrick Lamar and the late Juice WRLD. Marshall Mathers has also been credited to boost the careers of many other hip-hop stars that went on to become icons on their own, such as 50 Cent, Lil Wayne, Stackpole, and Boogie, not to mention other artists who have talked about Eminem as their inspiration. These include Ed Sheeran, The Weeknd, Logic, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and Regina Spektor, to name a few. The queen of pop Madonna once said about Eminem, "I like the fact that Eminem is brash and angry and politically incorrect. He's stirring things up. He's provoking a discussion. He's making people's blood boil. He's reflecting on what's going on in society right now. That is what art is supposed to do." Many other renowned singers and songwriters have talked highly of him, such as T.I. once complimented Eminem overcoming his own adversaries, winning the battle against his own demons, and continuing to break the mold and reset the standard what it means to be the most successful hip-hop artist in the game. I salute that to no end. Another rapper Hospin said about him, "Eminem, he was the one I wanted to be like when I heard his music. I'm like, man, this dude, I relate to him a lot. He was my role model. That was the rapper that stood out more than any other rapper in the rap game. I didn't even like rap that much until he came in the scene." These statements tell a lot about the hip-hop star's name in the music industry and the rap world. Whether it's his story, the obstacles he's overcome, or his impeccable talent, Eminem has proven on more occasions than one that he's unbeatable and wouldn't tolerate anything or anyone standing in his way. His love for his daughter and pop culture is what keeps his work ethic this high. Through his music and split personalities, he fondly speaks about them and vividly tells the story of his life, which makes his fans listen to his craft religiously. Most importantly, the careers he has destroyed. As mentioned in the beginning, Eminem's diss tracks have ruined careers and have had huge repercussions on those he targeted, even putting some out of the music industry altogether. You're simply not supposed to mess with him because every artist who has been on Eminem's blacklist ended up in his lyrics, painted in an unflattering light. There's a long list of celebrities who have been brutally dissed by this popular rapper and at times even lost their entire careers. One such example is Cage, who dubbed himself an underground rap star, but once he got on Eminem's bad side, he had no option but to pay the price for it. After Cage copied him, Eminem fiercely dissed him in songs like Drastic Measures and Role Model, and unsurprisingly, Cage's music career remained stagnant from that point onwards. Eminem also roasted Nick Cannon when he put himself in an ugly rap crossfire against the rapper. Another artist who got ruined by the so-called rap god is Joe Budden, who was once known as a rapper, but nowadays he's only limited to having a podcast. Guess what? Eminem has a lot to do why Joe isn't doing well in the music industry anymore. After he tried to throw criticism toward Eminem's beloved album Revival, the hip-hop star didn't hesitate one bit before rapping unfavorably about Budden in the song Fall. The next example is the rapper Everlast, who was often involved in a lot of drama and beef with Eminem, but the battle between the two ended when Eminem crushed Everlast in the song I Remember. And just like that, the best days of Everlast's career were behind him. According to Billboard, Eminem destroyed musician and songwriter Moby's reputation in the industry by dissing him in the song Without Me, right after he dared to speak negatively of Eminem. Other artists who got the taste of their own medicine after criticizing Eminem include Cannabis, Limp Bizkit, Ja Rule, Benzino, and Mariah Carey. Let's talk about Benzino first. When Eminem dissed him on the track Nail in the Coffin, he basically put a nail in the coffin of Benzino's career. Once the song was released, Benzino's reputation was damaged drastically, which once again proved how powerful Eminem's words are. Mariah Carey and Eminem briefly dated in the past, but it obviously didn't go well, considering how Eminem dissed her in his lyrics, which ultimately damaged her entire career. Ja Rule sang about Eminem's daughter and immediately triggered him. Unsurprisingly, Rule got so badly dissed at Eminem's Like Toy Soldiers that his success as a popular American rapper went down the drain shortly after the song came out in 2004. These factors are sufficient to prove that Eminem is definitely not keen on taking any negativity thrown his way, and every time someone has tried to do so, the king of rap has clapped back 10 times harder. It makes perfect sense that rappers in the current era are truly terrified him and never want to be on his bad side.